So Bryce would he like to talk? We like to talk about intermittent fasting, and would there be any lectures on that?
There's several people, several of these doctors I know do intermediate fasting, of course, and we practice that at times, but I imagine there'll probably be some conversation, but there's no one specifically now talking about it this time. It's been discussed a lot, Brian Delaney has given several talks every year, a talk on it, most years and others. But this year we don't have anybody specifically talking on it.
Yeah, unless some of the citizen scientists talk about it.
Yeah, like Lance Hitchings.
Yeah.
He practiced that. He'll probably talk about that.
And you're going to be in a room with like 100 people who do it. So, you're definitely in the right territory with intermittent fasting and longevity.
Lance Hitchings, who's a citizen scientist, in fact, now you mentioned this, I'm sure he'll be talking about that because he's going to go through everything he does. He's been very, very successful at his his longevity protocols he does. He's been very articulate about it. I think he's 73 now, 74, and looks great and is in really top health. And he of course, I don't know if you guys have ever talked to him or met him, but for a long time he struggled with his health, and then one day had a wake up, and just since then he's just really taken off in a new direction, and is a great example of somebody who's really applied the newest longevity protocols, and he does do intermittent fasting, so I'm confident he'll be talking about it.
Bryce, the microphone is yours.
No, it's great. No, I apologize. I've been kind of multitasking here, so I've been fading in and out of the conversation. So if I ask something you've already covered, I apologize. I know I'm glad you brought up fasting. Yeah, that's something I've been really into this last 12 to 18 months. Actually, I just did a, 84-hour fast about 2 weeks ago. So that was really interesting.
Oh,
but
wow.
So is fasting part of these? You're talking about protocols. My original question was going to be, what is the most promising either technology or protocols that you guys see going forward, and is fasting part of that?
Oh, fasting is absolutely part of it. Fasting is first of all, it's simple in the context that for the most part doesn't cost any money. Everybody can do it, and it's been showed very, as you know, very powerful results. So big kudos for you for doing the 84-hour one. That's great. And but yeah, most everybody. I wouldn't venture to say most everybody, but a great deal of people, like Joe said, are at RAADfest that you'll meet if you're there. Are into that, and including myself. I fast periodically like that, and so and then along with that, of course, another protocols that I'm really interested in is, like I mentioned, I think the plasma exchange, the way they're advanced it now, is going to be very effective, along with, of course, all the peptides we've been talking about, stem cells, and of course, what I'm really excited about, actually, along with all that, but I'm really looking forward when it's completed, as the gene therapies, particularly Dr. Bill Andrews' gene therapy to lengthen the telomeres, and looks very promising and can actually reverse aging remarkably, and that's really what we're after. RAADfest is about bringing the what Ray Kurzweil calls the three bridges. The health, and then we move on into the longevity era, and then we move into super longevity, whether it's in the cloud or whether it's actually we're physically being able to perpetually live unlimited lifespans. So, but yeah, I'm interested in and that's what RAADfest is about, is being able to reverse aging, and this is going to happen. In the meantime, we have to keep ourselves as healthy as possible, and that's what a lot of these other protocols are for, and slow down aging, and actually reach what would be called a immortality plateau, where we're not aging and giving ourselves time to, as exponentially everything's moving so fast, to give ourselves time to be able to utilize the new innovations that are coming up. So I hope that answers your question, but that's a big part of it, what's going on.
Yeah, so if I heard you correctly, so I mean, diet and exercise has just been part of the game since day one for trying to slow things down or
Correct.
give you your best life. But so then I'm hearing it's things like gene therapy, and that's been around for a while. There's no new technologies that are, I mean, they haven't perfected these things, obviously, but is there any cutting edge things that they're talking about, a combination of drugs or what have you, or anything like that?
Well, I know that, like I said, that Bill Andrews does have this gene therapy that can lengthen the telomeres. Consequently, I mean, this is really, um, I'll say, stunning. But his this gene therapy has the ability to, if it worked 100%, to actually reverse the aging of an individual to biologically 25. So you could be chronologically 90, but biologically 25. So I think that's pretty. And that formula that's already been created and ready for human trials. Is that so? So even though that gene therapy concept has been around, he's got a formula that can actually has been tested in the lab. He's real confident that it's going to work, but we don't know to what extent. And so, if you ask me, what I'm most excited about is, what I'm always looked for is to actually not only stop aging but reverse aging, because that's what we need to be able to do. We need to not only stop it in its tracks, but we need to bring back, our true state of being, what I call our true state of being of youthfulness and the full capacity of the ability of our bodies to function.
I want you guys to figure it out. I'm turning 49 here pretty quick. So if you guys can figure it out in the next 10 or 20 years, to please, then I'm good. Because I try to take care of myself now, so I'm in pretty good shape for my age. But it's like I need those answers. So you guys got to get to it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you on that 100%. And we're working every day on that, and that's why we need people to come to RAADfest and help build up the momentum, because numbers matter. The more people we get at RAADfest, the more attention we get worldwide, and then that money gets to get funneled in the directions we need to get funneled into. Other, it's about supply and demand, or demand and supply, and but yeah, I'm really pushing for that myself, and I know all of our team are, and I'm glad you feel that way. Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you.